Vamos saliendo, por favor, Sergi. Salto con ellos, sí que.
Welcome back to the Camp Nou. The Real Madrid players back on the pitch. As we saw them coming through the tunnel, they looked very, very happy indeed. And that contrasted with the looks of concern on the faces of some of the players of Barcelona, who find themselves 1-0 down after the first half of tonight's first leg of the semi-final of the Copa del Rey. Both teams shared 50% each the possession of the ball in the first half. Duncan McMath, Real Madrid used it a little bit more efficiently.
Yeah, they definitely did. They looked more dangerous above all, especially in the final third, going forward. They broke with pace. A few counter-attacks from Real Madrid that were absolutely magnificent. And of course, they scored the goal. Lucas Vázquez putting the finishing touches on a wonderful Real Madrid move.
Barcelona attacking the goal to the left of your screens, get the second half underway. No changes made. So far, the difference between the two teams, Lucas Vázquez's 6th-minute strike. Here's Coutinho. Neat ball through to Suarez. Quick to release to Jordi Alba. Alba's shot blocked by Ramos, by Carvajal, I should say, who got the advantage over Jordi Alba in collecting that rebound, because Jordi Alba has paused and asking for a handball decision. And look at where Carvajal's arms are. There's no way you could ever claim that as handball. He's done everything he could possibly do except cut his arms off to prevent handling the ball.
Especially a fellow fullback, you know. Jordi Alba's been in that same position so many times, trying not to handle a cross that's being whipped into the box, and to claim that that was a handball, no, ridiculous.
Clement Lenglet under pressure. Manages to find Alba. Alba floats one over the top. Flag up for offside against Luis Suarez. Well, he's battling Luis Suarez, as you would expect for a player of his character. But he does seem to be struggling physically a little bit, as we see Mr. Gareth Bale warming up alongside Carlos Casemiro. Nice grin from the Welshman there, Duncan. Are we going to see him, do you think?
He'll be hoping so. And if Real Madrid need him, then we'll certainly see him. Can't see him at the moment coming on for Lucas Vázquez, who's doing such an important job.
Problems for Jordi Alba there. It was a poor control from him. And Lucas Vázquez just had the chance of nicking the ball off him. Alba responded and got the boot in and made contact with the ball first, but I think made contact also with Lucas's foot, or Lucas just stands on top of the ankle. It's unintentional, but it doesn't make it any less painful.
No, you're right. Studs on the top of the foot, we know how painful that is, right on the bone, and the ball sportingly being given back to Football Club Barcelona. It was unintentional. You could see how unintentional it was, because Lucas Vázquez literally slipped on the boot of Jordi Alba, so you can't blame him.
Duncan, I was thinking as we saw Benzema return the ball there to Barcelona's keeper, and also as we saw the players greeting each other, chatting and joking with each other in the tunnels. What a difference between this series of Clásicos that are starting today and the series of Clásicos we saw back when Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho were in charge of the two big Spanish clubs. It's played with ferocious competition out on the park, no quarter given nor expected, but the players are behaving in a tremendously sporting manner. It's a great advertisement for Spanish football. Here's Rakitic. Now Suarez finds Busquets. Artur to Jordi Alba. Artur Melo, square to Busquets. Rakitic back to Piqué. Out to Semedo. Rakitic. Not too much width from Barcelona. Particularly noticeable Jordi Alba when on the ball. Doesn't have the same understanding with Coutinho that he has with Leo Messi, or with Dembélé when Dembélé is out on the pitch. And very often we see Jordi Alba receive the ball and then remain absolutely static, waiting, looking, hoping for something to happen.
Well, he was the man that impressed in the first half, wasn't he, Malcolm? He was the player that created a bit of width, that got in behind the Real Madrid defence, not on too many occasions, but he did look dangerous going forward, had a particularly good first half. But just going back to your comment about what a great advertisement this is for Spanish football, the first 45 minutes, you know, I challenge anyone not to have been not just entertained but enthralled by it. 45 minutes absolutely flew by, and I think the difference between this Clásico and Clásicos of the past, and especially that era where Jose Mourinho was manager of Real Madrid and Pep Guardiola was manager of Barca, we're seeing a Real Madrid side here who are going out and looking to play football.
Yeah.
That's why it's been so entertaining. Real Madrid have been the better side. Under Mourinho, it was a Real Madrid side that were competitive, but they weren't necessarily looking to beat Barca with better football. They were looking to keep the scoreline down, stop Barca from winning games. They were very physical. You'll remember Pepe in midfield. It was a completely different brand of football, and it was a different approach to the game. Tonight, this Real Madrid side have been mesmeric. They've been playing really good football. They scored a fantastic goal. They've had as much possession as Barca, which we haven't seen at all in recent years. I think they've been fantastic.
Karim Benzema, Real Madrid on the move once more. Vinicius lays it back to Modric. It's taken off his toes by Artur Melo, but he runs into Toni Kroos. It's not easy to get away from the German, but he does. He finds Semedo. Semedo looking for Malcolm. Marcelo putting in a sprint that I don't think we've seen from the Brazilian left back. That kind of pace all season. Okay, it was a brief sprint, just a few yards. This one falls to Suarez. Malcolm was caught by Marcelo there. Busquets. Coutinho.
Look at the white shirts.
Alba took a deflection. Navas down to gather, and it's strangely static, Barcelona's attacking play, Duncan.
And it's no surprise that they're struggling to break through that Real Madrid back line. There were 7 white shirts back for that move and only 3 forwards for Barca, so they're just being crowded out by Real Madrid at the moment.
And the Camp Nou fans think they have the solution, and they're certainly letting Ernesto Valverde know what their decision would be. Messi, Messi, Messi rings round the Catalan Colosseum. Rakitic to Langley. Here's Artur. Coutinho. Still waiting to see something from Philippe Coutinho tonight. As we said in the first half, it's a huge opportunity for him to play his way into the hearts of the Barca fans. Hasn't quite been able to do it yet. Here he is again. Space to make the pass. He just plays the short one to Rakitic. Busquets being harried by Karim Benzema. This is Jordi Alba. Busquets. Rakitic. Coutinho! Well, that's a little bit more like it. It doesn't look to me like he's too happy with the finish, but he managed to actually get a shot off, struck it firmly, and that's the trademark Philippe Coutinho attacking move. And you can hear the fans as they suspect Leo Messi may be making moves to start warming up.
Looks like he's doing his laces up.
Yeah, well, if that's the chant we get and the screams and the response for doing your laces up, imagine if he actually comes out onto the pitch. Benzema. Kroos quickly back to Marcelo. He finds Llorente. Now Dani Carvajal. Llorente to Cruz. Marcelo goes down, off the ball. Vinicius goes down, and the whistle goes. And it's also fair to say, Duncan, you mentioned how little time Barca players are having on the ball because of Madrid's effective and intensive pressing. With Barca, it's quite the opposite. You see Llorente, for example, have time to trap the ball, look around, pick his pass.
No, certainly it's not a tactic from Barca to press Real Madrid as intently and as high as the Real Madrid players are doing to them, and it means that Barca are having much less possession in this match because, quite frankly, they're not holding on to the ball. Real Madrid are picking their pockets.
Malcolm trying to get away from Marcelo. It came off the Brazilian left back. It'll be a throw to Barcelona. There's the way that attack from Vinicius petered out in the end. Arthur doing superbly. Bit of space for Jordi Alba to attack here. Again, there was a deflection from the pass. Down goes Ramos. Wins the free kick. Well, butter wouldn't melt in that mouth, Duncan. Ramos, a little smile, little hug, and a little gesture. There was an elbow.
Surely not a yellow card, though. I mean, maybe for the reaction, but not the challenge.
But I mean, the reaction was very, very calm from Suarez because he didn't say anything. He just looked like a kid whose hand has been caught in the cookie jar. Well, you can't do that. That's it. Yep, the hand on the cheek. A Spanish gesture, which is literally translated as "what a lot of face you've got." It means it's a decision that Suarez isn't happy with. Suarez is not happy in general right now.
No, he's not. He didn't feel that he fouled Sergio Ramos. Felt it was just a good physical challenge, and obviously wasn't happy that he picked up that yellow card.
Second yellow for Barca. He joins Semedo in the book. Ramos has got a yellow for Real Madrid. That's good from Artur. We don't mention Artur very much, or haven't in this commentary. He's been absolutely superb and has come out in the 11 minutes since the restart, and I think hasn't put a foot wrong. Problems for Semedo. Well, that's a confident player, isn't it? I'm not sure how happy Piqué will be. I'm not sure how much he's exaggerating that, but either way, Marcelo sees a yellow card for it. If there's contact, fair enough.
I thought it was a bit excessive from Gerard Piqué, but Marcelo goes into the book.
Well, I mean, if there's contact, whether that can be avoided or not, I don't know. Whether a man mountain like Gerard Piqué needs to go over and roll over 5 or 6 times, that's a different question. There's one for Alba to chase. Navas is there. The loose ball falls to Suarez. Cleared off the line by Ramos. Malcolm. There it is. There's the equaliser. Not, is it given? I don't think it is. There's confusion. There's a yellow card out. Has he possibly given... Well, Malcolm's celebrating it.
So too are the fans.
Yep. And Leo Messi's out and looks confused. What's going on? I'm not sure. Is there a possible handball from Ramos as it clears off the line? What is Mateolov doing? He clearly disagrees with what Suarez is saying to him. Well, it's a lovely ball from Artur, I believe. No. From Lenglet, is it, to Alba? Suarez is superb. It hits the post.
It's brilliant from Suarez to invent that kind of shot from there.
And a brilliant finish from Malcolm as well. Fully justifying Ernesto Valverde's decision to include him in the starting lineup. I can't see a single reason why Mateolov hasn't just pointed, given the goal and pointed to the centre spot.
I don't really understand what's going on here. You see Ramos put his arms up as if to say, I'm not going for that ball because it's going wide. It quite clearly doesn't go wide. It goes into the back of the net. The goal stands, and it's brilliant from Malcolm. If there's one Barca player who deserves to find the back of the net, it's Malcolm. If there's one Barca player who is probably going to find the back of the net, it was Malcolm. He's been the danger man for them, and he gets Barca back on level terms.
And Jordi Alba's seen a yellow card in the aftermath of the goal. I can only assume that's for dissent, but
I assume
dissent
that
for what?
Maybe the challenge from Keylor Navas on him originally in the move. We saw Keylor Navas coming off his line. He did take out Jordi Alba, but I think he won the ball. Having said that, I don't think Jordi Alba was particularly happy with the challenge. Probably felt he should have had a penalty kick. It didn't matter. Barca went on and scored.
Luka Modric is repeating quite a few firm challenges, especially on Artur Melo, and I think he'll have to watch out a couple more, and the referee might be having words with him. It's Suarez looking to link up again with Coutinho. Again, it's Alba going through. Doing really well on that occasion, Keylor Navas again. But the shot from Suarez was, as you pointed out, Duncan, astonishing, and full credit to Malcolm for keeping his head when everybody in that Real Madrid penalty area was losing theirs.
No, completely. And that's what happened. There was so much confusion in the box. Jordi Alba was complaining that he should have had a penalty kick. Suarez hits the post. The Real Madrid defenders are at 6s and 7s, but as you say, Malcolm just gets the ball under control. One little touch inside and bends it into the back of the net with his left foot. Brilliant finish from Malcolm.
Dani Carvajal for Real Madrid, back to Llorente, Modric, now Varane. Well, the flags have come out and the Barca fans making themselves heard. Cruz to Benzema. Back to Toni Kroos. Marcelo gives it away to Busquets. Piqué thinks about passing it back to Ter Stegen instead. Finds Jordi Alba in a bit of space here. Time to think. He finds Coutinho. Artur. Semedo calling for it. Malcolm too. Semedo. Is Malcolm. Inside to Rakitic. Malcolm again. And he's pushed off it, but manages to stay on his feet. He's got strength, hasn't he, Malcolm? Alba. Again, a little bit static as Barcelona seek a way through. Rakitic to Coutinho. He's going to try that shot again. On target. No problems for Keylor Navas. And Duncan, it looks like Leo Messi's coming on.
Off come the tracksuit trousers. Yeah, Messi is coming on for the final half an hour, and that's not what Real Madrid will be wanting. Nor's this. Marcos Llorente down on his backside, looking like he's holding his groin, whether there's been a little pull there.
And I think that's Casemiro getting ready to come on to replace
You'd
him.
imagine.
Well, Alba takes a tumble, that's for sure. Suarez is a brilliant shot that actually hits the post. Marcelo, perhaps you could say, caught out of position again. It's a lovely finish from Malcolm, and so complicated to see exactly who the referee was pointing to with the yellow card out, and it made us think maybe the goal hasn't been given for something, but again there was nothing. I mean, it's a completely legal goal, and I think Mateo Loth once again just maybe got allowed his desire to be the protagonist to get the better of him a bit there. Malcolm had no doubt that was a goal. We've seen Arturo Vidal come on to replace Rakitic, and clearly Messi is ready to come on too.
One quick thing about the goal, Simon. Ramos leaves it. Keylor Navas wasn't back between the sticks. He slid out to rob the ball off Jordi Alba, who was running through. So the goalkeeper wasn't in the position that Sergio Ramos would have expected him to be, and that's why he left it. Unfortunately for Real Madrid, Navas wasn't there, and so beaten at his near post.
Casemiro on for Llorente. Gareth Bale's come on for Vinicius. Messi for Coutinho. Vidal for Rakitic. 4 changes. And all of a sudden, this final half hour, Duncan, looks like a completely different ball game.
Yeah, it's all changed. It looks like a different ball game, but then again, it looks more similar to recent Clásicos with both Leo Messi and Gareth Bale, mainstays in this fixture over the last few years, on the field of play.
Well, how quickly things can change in a game of football, because all of a sudden it's Barcelona with the upper hand. 1-1 the score, 63 minutes on the clock. Vidal very nearly linking with Suarez. It was a last gasp interception from Ramos that managed to prevent the danger getting any worse for Real Madrid. Semedo, Piqué, Busquets, Artur. Oh, he somehow finds Semedo with a superb ball. Busquets again. First touch for Messi. Artur. Alba. Here's Malcolm. Leo Messi. Alba. And Malcolm's moved to the left. Messi, well, basically playing wherever he feels like it. Here's Semedo. Vidal. Busquets. Oh. Messi. Semedo. Back to Messi. Busquets. Artur.
It's brilliant watching Barca when Leo Messi's playing, because everyone wants to play a 1-2 with him. Anyone that picks up the ball is looking for Leo Messi. Plays a 1-2 with Semedo, plays a 1-2 with Artur, he plays a 1-2 with Busquets, then it's Malcolm. Messi just conducting play, and he's only been on the field of play for a couple of minutes.
And at walking pace too, Leo Messi, waiting for the gap to appear. How things change. Simply Messi starting to undo his laces. The Camp Nou seemed to turn the heat up a notch or two. Now it's up to Real Madrid to regain that tremendous confidence and dominance they were enjoying for so much of this game. Superbly poised at 1-1. Here's Jordi Alba. Still Alba. Still Alba. Took it too far in the end. Navas eager to collect that one to his chest. Here's Marcelo now for Real Madrid. Casemiro. Modric back to Varane. Carvajal. Lucas Vázquez. Modric. Marcelo with his Velcro booted control. Cruz. Casemiro. Marcelo. Madrid showing they can knock the ball about with confidence as well, although Cruz loses out to Vidal, the destroyer. Lovely touch from Suarez to Vidal. Leo Messi gets away from Modric. Leo Messi comes up against Varane, who was superb. This is Casemiro. He was nearly through there, Messi. Casemiro blocked. Here's Messi. Lovely ball in, just over hitting it for Suarez.
So dangerous from Carlos Casemiro, right in midfield, looking to get beyond the Barca player with a nutmeg, gave the ball away and set up that Barca counter-attack, which they could easily have scored from.
Modric to Benzema. Modric again. Sees the movement of Gareth Bale. Gareth back to Toni Kroos. Casemiro. Just looking a little bit flatter now, Real Madrid. Problems for Modric. Problems for Marcelo. Busquets got a touch. Semedo absolutely bursting with confidence, this young man right now. And Ramos forced to play that away wildly, nearly lost it. In the end they do. Busquets to Messi. He just makes it look, Busquets, as though he's playing in the back garden with the kids, doesn't he? Here's Messi. Still Messi. Bundled over surely by Lucas Vázquez. It's a free kick. And this time, it'll be Leo Messi taking it.
Yeah, this is Messi territory, that's for sure. And once again, it's Carlos Casemiro. He looks rusty as anything since he came on. He gives the ball away needlessly. Look at this, so easy for Leo Messi. Just picks his pocket and he's away, and it is a foul from Vázquez. And What an opportunity now for Leo Messi.
I've just seen a few players in my life, Duncan, that are capable of creating this kind of reaction simply by coming off the bench. I mean, Messi obviously has been involved, he's touched the ball a lot since coming on, but you get the impression that Real Madrid felt so comfortable out there, and all of a sudden they're starting to think twice every time the ball's at their feet. Instead of just the logical decision being taken, it's, or do I do this? Or what if Leo Messi's there? It just changes the whole mentality of both teams.
And I don't want to be pessimistic, and I don't want to bring a downer on this fixture or the next few seasons, but just imagine a Football Club Barcelona without this man. Without Leo Messi, it is a different team, it's a different sport.
Well, it's going to be Messi to take it. Here he comes, straight into the wall. Not his greatest free kick. It's booted away by Ramos in relief. Awkward one for Semedo. Plays it back to Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Lucas Vázquez goes into press the German keeper. It's a firm challenge from Casemiro. Busquets wins it back. Busquets is starting to look at the very top of his game again. Malcolm lost his footing just at the wrong time. Semedo in firmly on Marcelo. Marcelo claiming that he's no question of handball there in the wall, I think you have to say.
No, not at all. He does brilliantly to try and head the ball, doesn't he, Casemiro? It does actually end up clipping him on the arm, but it's not in an unnatural position. No, not a handball.
Cruz goes down and wins a free kick. Malcolm, the perpetrator. It's Modric. 20 minutes to go. Carvajal, lovely skills. Lucas Vázquez inside to Benzema. Lucas, little step over, finds Carvajal. He returns it to Modric, who in turn seeks out Marcelo. Marcelo drives it in low. Busquets got there. Carvajal over the top. It's a chase for Benzema. He won't get there. Well, this is one of the more entertaining Clásicos I've commentated over the last couple of seasons, I have to say. Both teams up for this. Both teams showing plenty of examples of top quality football, and the great thing is there's 20 minutes more tonight, plus another 90 minutes at least in the Bernabeu next month.
Yeah, and then we've got the Clásico in La Liga. 3 Clásicos in 25 days. It really is a treat for fans of football, fans of Spanish football, fans of these two sides. Wonderful fixtures, and if they're anything like this one, then we've got some really, really entertaining football ahead of us. And the great thing here is that the game's for the taking. Either side could win here. To be honest, this result is a good one for Real Madrid as well, knowing that they can go back to the Santiago Bernabeu, having scored away from home and having picked up a 1-1 draw. Yeah, but it was interesting as well, a couple of the comments made earlier today, Duncan talking in the lead-up to this game, how home advantage hasn't meant too much in Clásicos of late. Barcelona have got a fantastic record in the Bernabeu. Real Madrid have come to the Camp Nou. Okay, earlier this season they got absolutely thumped, but this isn't the Real Madrid of back then, earlier in the season. No. And even then, Simon, you look back at that fixture, they got beaten 5-1. They did get thumped, as you say, but at one stage it was 2-1, and in fact, until the 74th minute, it was 2-1, when Luis Suarez scored, and then he scored another, and Vidal ended it with a fifth on 87 minutes. But for 3/4 of that match, Real Madrid were very much in it.
Artur on the ball for Barcelona. Barcelona looking like a different team with those 2 changes. Messi for the creation and the skill, Vidal for the muscle and the competitive instinct. Here's Busquets, and also the experience.
But I think you're right. I think they were being outcompeted by Real Madrid in the first half. The press was far higher and more intense from the Whites. And Barca just weren't at that level, but that has changed since Vidal came on, as we knew it would do, because he is such a competitive and experienced player.
A fascinating change about to be made as well, because Carlos Aleñá is getting ready to become Barca's third substitution. That's a fascinating one too. He is a tremendous talent for the future, and I guess Valverde thinks for the present. Lovely control from Bale, but the flag was up for offside. That's just about the first ball the Welshman's touched. Vidal gets it back from Leo Messi.
Just notice Malcolm limping slightly. Maybe that's the reason for the change.
Artur to Jordi Alba. Malcolm. Artur again. Piqué.
Yeah, I think Malcolm's coming off, Simon. I've just seen him bash his thigh in frustration. Tried to sprint off, but he's certainly feeling something.
Oi, that's a firm challenge indeed. On Artur. Free kick. Of course, the Barca players hoping for a second yellow card for this man. It's clumsy.
It is.
Applause for Malcolm, the scorer of Barcelona's equaliser. That's his biggest moment yet in the Barcelona shirt. And equally strong applause for Carlos Aleñá, the 21-year-old B-team player, product of the Barcelona Masia Youth Academy, who's well, being given a reward, I think, here for his excellent performances this year so far, especially since coming into Valverde's first team plans. He's been really excellent. He knows he's not going to be a regular starter, but 15 minutes in the Clásico, let's see what the youngster can do.
Be interesting to see exactly where he plays, because he is more of a midfielder than attacker, so maybe that Barca go to a 4-4-2 for the remainder of this game, or that Aleñá is pushed up into that front three. But yeah, I agree with you, he's been class. Real talented young player, very, very confident on the ball, great composure, good vision.
Duncan, we saw Coutinho replaced by Leo Messi. Obviously, we're not going to compare Coutinho with Messi, the man who took his place. But do you think he grasped his opportunity tonight? Well,
he didn't do too much wrong, I don't think, but he'll have been hoping for the kind of night that Malcolm's had. If there's one player that's grasped their opportunity, it's without a doubt the other Brazilian. It's Malcolm. He's been brilliant. He was the one player who looked dangerous in the first half for Barca going forward, and of course he scored the equalising goal.
Here's Leo Messi. Now Aleñá, he gets it onto the left foot, a little bit slow, just allowed Dani Carvajal time to slide back and make a death-defying block. Messi's so quick to be aware of Aleñá's arrival there.
And look at Aleñá now, he's back into that midfield, so it is more of a four with the two up front, Messi and Suarez, of course, but I bet Malcolm's watching on thinking, I wish that was me through on goal.
Lucas Vázquez beating Jordi Alba ends up there, and in the end it's going to be a throw for Real Madrid. Look at this from Dani Carvajal. World-class defending,
brilliant,
Duncan.
Brilliant, but he was helped out by Aleñá. I think you're absolutely right. There was just a moment where he paused, where he wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do. I think initially he wanted to thread it through for Suarez. When he saw he couldn't do that, he realised the best option was to shoot, but his time had gone. He'd missed that kind of split second to get away from Carvajal.
Playing in this quality game, Duncan, your decision-making has to be almost instantaneous. You don't get time to have two different ideas in your mind and decide which one you're going to do, unless you lay a Messi, who thinks so much quicker than anybody else, to the extent that it's so quick it's probably just pure animal instinct. But that was clearly what happened to Aleñá. The doubt entered his mind. Do I pass? Do I wait? Do I shoot? And in the time it takes for those thoughts to cross your mind, in slides Dani Carvajal. Here's Leo Messi. Looking for Alba, finding the head of Carvajal. Suarez bullying Lucas Basquez there. He's bundled over. It's a goal kick. Oof.
He's asking for trouble there, playing with fire, Danny Carvajal, because I tell you what, that was clumsy. I'm not saying it's a penalty, but it was clumsy, and he's given the referee a decision to make when he absolutely didn't need to, because Suarez is going nowhere. Yeah. There's a push on the back from Danny Carvajal. I don't think it's a penalty. I'm not going to say he's lucky, but...
I agree 100%. I think referee Mateo Loth got that absolutely right. And it was notable that Suarez, who's not exactly a shrinking violet, didn't go crazy in the referee's face afterwards. But as you say, a decision had to be taken. The correct one, fortunately, is Lucas, doing really well, still going. In the end, it was blocked, his progress blocked by Clement Lenglet. Suarez, Vidal picking it up. Oh, he gets it back to Suarez. Lovely first touch from Suarez. He's got time now to pause and wait for Leo Messi to arrive, trotting into the danger area.
Well, he knew he wasn't going to get on the end of that, but he got a nutmegs on Sergio Ramos, which the fans enjoyed, and I'm sure he enjoyed as well.
There's a chase for Carvajal. Sign of nerves there. Carvajal loses his footing, much to the delight of the home fans. Aligna puts the ball in quickly.
Sporting from Aligna, just waited for Carvajal to come back on the pitch. I like that.
But that's again what we're saying about how this is such a great advertisement for Spanish football, Duncan. They're giving it everything, the 22 players out there, but maintaining, following the rules of sporting behaviour.
Definitely, it's been feisty at times, hasn't it?
Of course.
But they haven't crossed the line.
It's been superb to watch. Here's Vidal for Barcelona. Still 10 minutes to go. Anything can happen here. Busquets. Looking for Messi. Ramos was there. Cruz helping out. Varane manages to find Carvajal. It's Barcelona putting the pressure on and getting in there to make life difficult for the Madrid players right now. Here's a chance on the break. That's a lovely ball. Ter Stegen. It falls to Benzema. Gareth Bale. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a horrific miss from Gareth Bale. It should be 2-1 to Madrid.
It should be. What an opportunity. Ter Stegen does really well. He reads the play brilliantly, comes out, he wins the ball, but he gives it immediately to Karim Benzema. Benzema, as always, chooses the right option, picks out Gareth Bale, but that's a disaster from the Welshman. Turns onto his right foot. It's a really good challenge from Nelson Semedo. Hasn't put a foot wrong all day, but
up there with Danny Carvajal's earlier block on Aligna. But you shouldn't have to, at this level, being Gareth Bale, take 2 touches before getting your shot off on an open goal. Cruz puts the corner in, headed away by Gerard Piqué. Modric keeps it going. Toni Kroos. Carvajal. Kroos again. Luka Modric. Intercepted by Jordi Alba. Artur out to Messi. Messi bundled off the ball. It's Lucas who manages to find Marcelo. There was some comments in interview with Real Madrid legend Peja Mijatovic earlier today, the scorer of the winning goal in Madrid's 7th European Cup / Champions League triumph. He said in the Bernabeu and in the club itself, people are annoyed at Gareth Bale. That was his comment, and he said this could be one of his last chances tonight. I think what he means is there's an expectation, there's a desire, and sometimes even a frustration that we're not seeing Bale, as Messi lays that one off to Semedo. He gets another chance, keeps it in play. Ramos did well. Messi ran out of room, no angle left. Brilliant defending from Ramos. That Gareth Bale had to grasp the opportunity tonight and put in a match-winning performance.
Come on.
Well, here he is. And you have to say, as Toni Kroos goes down and wins a free kick for Real Madrid, you have to say that whereas Mijatovic might have put in a heroic, legendary performance in that European Cup final against Juventus.
Which was massive. They needed that 70
Gareth Bale has done that, multiplied by 5s, even in the Real Madrid shirt.
I was going to say exactly that.
And the critics tend to forget that, don't
He's been vital. He's been vital for Real Madrid in those Champions League wins. He's been vital in semi-finals. He scored goals in the final. He scored last summer one of, if not the greatest.
So why is he still questioned by the fans?
I think the frustration around Gareth Bale is to do with his injuries, because he's back in the team and then he gets injured, and then he's back in the team and then he gets injured, and just as he's starting to build confidence, just as he's starting to look fit again, just as he's starting to find the back of the net, he picks up another injury. It's not his fault. He doesn't want to get injured. It's the same as Iron Robin. There are players that are just more prone to injury, and it's a pity.
Kroos puts the free kick in. The flick on is awkward, just wide, just off target, with Marc-Andre ter Stegen probably having it covered. Marco Asensio's come on to replace Lucas Vázquez. All 6 changes have now been made. That's a superb free kick from Toni Kroos.
It is. It's asking questions of the Barca defence. It's a difficult one to defend. I think it probably came off a Barca player, didn't it?
It looked like it might have been Piqué.
Yeah.
Piqué, who seems to be struggling physically a little bit, and who also clipped Arturo Vidal on the side of the face. Shot takes more than that to make Arturo Vidal groggy. We're into the last 5 minutes, Duncan.
The changes, of course, Simon, mean that we're not going to see Isco, and he really is becoming part of the furniture at Real Madrid, that furniture being the subs bench. Very, very rarely seeing Isco, and it's just becoming a common image, seeing him with that bobble hat sat on the bench.
Gareth Bale with the cross. Piqué clears. Madrid have been enjoying a few minutes of domination here now. Marcelo. Casemiro, it's a good ball. Gareth Bale once again, the interception by Gerard Piqué. And seeing Gerard Piqué this season, Duncan, especially after Barcelona sorted out some of the defensive problems they had early on this campaign, has been a masterclass in anticipation. Bale's cross dealt with by Lenglet.
I think that's the point. For what he's lacking in pace, he makes up for in intelligence and anticipation. Like you said, he's just such a brilliant defender in the way he reads the game.
Casemiro finding Marcelo. Madrid, plenty of time. Kroos, Modric, Carvajal. Asensio was close to getting there. The shot from Kroos blocked. Who by? Gerard Piqué.
That was a chance, because we've seen Toni Kroos score from that kind of range time and time again. He loves just running onto the ball as it's on the edge of the area. So often from this exact spot, we've seen him stroke it into the corner, haven't we? On that occasion, couldn't get it past Gerard Piqué, who once again read it perfectly.
An absolute giant in Barca's defence, Gerard Piqué. Semedo with a throw. Suarez does really well and finds Alba. Alba with options here. Chooses the option of finding Carlos Aliñao. Lays it off to Artur. This is Piqué. 3 minutes to go. Semedo. Vidal. Lenglet to Artur. Aliñao. Suarez. Vidal leaves it for Messi. Messi turns away. And in the end runs out of space. Asensio quick to lay that one off. And Vidal taking one for the team, I feel. Yellow card for the Chilean. I think there's no question, and he knows it.
Yeah, he's always going to complain, but I think you're right. Very, very late here, and goes right through Casemiro. Claims he won the ball. He did touch the ball, but it's quite clearly a foul, because to get to the ball he had to swipe the legs of Casemiro first.
Messi having a little chat with referee Mateo Laoz. Casemiro picks out Marcelo. Bale. Bale's cross. Benzema got a touch. Asensio controls. Still Asensio. Now Carvajal. Overhits the cross. Goal kick.
Well, he got that one all wrong, Dani Carvajal. It was such a bad cross that it was almost closer to being a shot. Just floated out over the crossbar. Not like him.
Goal kick, which Marc-Andre ter Stegen looks to take long. We're moving towards the last minute of regulation time. At least 3 will be added for the substitutions. Not much more, I suspect, Duncan. Maybe another minute, 4 in total. We'll find out in under a minute's time as ter Stegen sends it long. Casemiro got a touch, so too did Varane. It goes through to Keylor Navas. Ramos. There's one for Bale to chase, but no, straight into touch. ter Stegen again. Here's Busquets. Vidal leaves it for Leo Messi. As well he might. Messi. Marcelo apologising. Messi stays up. Ball still in play. Busquets. Vidal. Semedo. Messi back to Vidal. 3 minutes added. Artur. Vidal. Langlais to Piqué. Busquets. Oh, what a flick from Busquets to Messi. Messi looking for Alba. Asensio. Modric. Asensio again under pressure. Clears. Piqué. Heads back. Suarez. Out by Varane, only as far as Artur. Here's Messi. Tries to feed it through. Still Messi goes down under the challenge of Ramos in the area. Ramos, I feel certain, got the ball.
Definitely. And there's no complaints from Messi at all.
Exactly. And again, Ramos sportingly helping him up. Another good challenge, this time from Artur. Well, we talk about Piqué's world-class defending. And Messi follows through and does stamp on Ramos, and there's no complaint from him. That is world-class defending.
Yeah, it's brilliant from Sergio Ramos, putting his body on the line for his team, winning the ball cleanly, getting clattered by Leo Messi, no hard feelings, helps him back to his feet, game goes on. Carvajal
with the throw for Real Madrid. Less than 2 minutes left here. Artur to Vidal. Suarez, but the loose ball falls for Messi, who's brought down by Dani Carvajal. Was it Ramos? I thought it was Carvajal, I have to say. Piqué having a word with the referee. Vidal there finding, okay, it's Ramos on Suarez.
There's no foul from Ramos on Suarez, but it probably should have been a yellow card for Dani Carvajal, and I think that's what's...
Exactly.
That's what they're complaining about.
Into the last minute, here's Alba. Oh, that's a good ball in. Chase for Vidal, he'll keep it in play. Drives it back to Suarez. Comes to Alba. Busquets. Semedo. Still Semedo. Somehow finds Alinya. Marcelo goes down, penalised. Free kick to Real Madrid. I suspect, Duncan, that's probably about it. Real intelligence there from Marcelo.
Very, very clever. Very clever. And it is a foul.
Yep.
It's just pure intelligence and speed from Marcelo to get there ahead of Alinya, draw the foul, win the free kick, take the pressure off Real Madrid, and as you say, these final few seconds being wound down now.
Very few people leaving the Camp Nou despite the lateness of the hour. It's put back into play. There's the final whistle. Final score in the Camp Nou in the first leg of the semi-final of the Copa del Rey. Football Club Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 1, and the good news, Duncan McMath, is we've still got more. We've still got the second leg to come in the Bernabeu.
We have, and we've got the league game just 4 days after that. Plenty of Clásicos on the horizon, and if they're anything like this one, especially the first half, it has to be said, then I can't wait till they arrived. Leo Messi came on in the second half and changed the game. Barca had much more possession with him on the field, looked more dangerous in the final third as well, but it was all about Malcolm really for the home side. A surprise for some that he was in the starting 11 when we saw Leo Messi was on the bench, but he was their star performer and he got the goal for them. Real Madrid in the first half were magnificent. Busquets, Benzema and Bale, absolutely brilliant. And it was a really good goal, combining the three of those players. It was Busquets who put the finishing touch after just 6 minutes. Real Madrid probably had the better of the first half, Barca the better of the second. The draw is a fair result. I can't wait for the next one.
Absolutely great summing up. Just to sum up again, winners for Barcelona: Semedo, Malcolm, Artur, and I guess you'd have to say Messi.